What's up, everyone? My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music for the first time as a musician myself, and today's the return of Klonoa 2. And we have two songs, Cursed, Leorina, and Mirage from the channels Katsun, requested by Cave Battle. And this is really funny because I just did a video for another Namco fan. And speaking of which, the last time I heard this game, I had so many questions, like burning questions, like where have I seen this character before, and what is it? And then I found out that it's a kind of like Namco mascot, Pac-Man on his hat. These two composers are like Ridge Racer and Tekken composers, but also I found out where I saw this character, and that was a character portrait for Lee Chaolon in Tekken 7. So it all came clicking back. Anyways, I'm excited for this. I don't remember at this exact moment what the music sounded like, but we have two amazing composers behind the wheel. So let's just get back into some Klonoa. Cursed Leorina, theme of the fifth boss. All right, let's do it. I don't know who composed which. Yeah. That sounds hellish. This is from 2008, yep. I'm gonna say it sounds compressed. That reminds me. I'll do it later. I like how intense this feels. I don't remember the other time sounding this intense. Oh right, Goshina was the other one. So this is either Kota Takahashi or Goshina. It doesn't really sound like Goshina to me. So maybe the next one will. Well, it definitely sounds like a boss theme. Is this character like a Nopon in Xenoblade where they have hands, but also have like wing hands? Is that what I'm seeing? That sounds very JRPG to me, the main melody. It sounds really serious. Serious and difficult. I've always been able to, I don't know about accurately, but to me, I can like hear a difficulty. Or at least assume I can. That sounds difficult right here. I gotta go hear the other Klonoa video I did because I don't remember sounding this serious. I could have sworn the last time I heard it was like kind of bubbly or something. Just because to show you how many songs I listen to. because the last time I heard Klonoa was not that long ago, but I've heard so many songs since then. Not only that, is I want to like kind of explain to people sometimes that, because I've actually had a couple of comments where like, how do you not remember? I'm like, okay, well, first of all, this is not all I do, but you have to imagine like how many hours have passed since the last time, how many songs I've heard since the last time, how many games I've heard, how many other things I've done. Maybe I played some games, maybe I've lived my life, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I think that to me, this may sound kind of weird to some people, but that's what keeps me going, is that I wouldn't call it forgetfulness, because I do have a pretty sharp memory. It's just nowadays things are so much different, with like so many people always constantly messaging me and blah 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 blah, like just so much like stimulation all the time that I can't even, it's just now impossible to retain anything. But in my, it works in my favor, because every song feels brand new to me. That's like all I could ask for. That is such a blessing in disguise. I don't know that people understand. Maybe they do. But it is such a blessing in disguise for me to hear something again, or in this case a game again, and just be completely like shocked by it all over again. Like, oh, I don't remember sounding like that. And I don't know, it's just a really special thing. Anyways, so it keeps me going. This sounded to me, regardless of how I heard it before or whatnot, this sounds very unique to itself. I don't know who composed what. I just know that one of these two is either Kota Tokahashi from Ridge Racer, mostly, or Goshina, who I know from a lot of games, but that doesn't sound like Goshina. Goshina to me has a very distinct, weird sound. So to me it didn't sound like either, but I guess that's what's cool about it. It shows the diversity. But also, to me that song sounded very, I guess cursed is a good word in the title. It sounded difficult, emotional, and just like a very big story segment. And that's kind of all I really got for it. It sounded very JRPG. I'm going to move on to the next one, though, because I kind of want to get a whole picture, I guess. Although, I do not think they're related, but we'll see. Find out later. This is Mirage. I'm going to look out for one thing specifically, and that's going to be if it sounds like Goshina. So you're gonna take a guess. Is this a desert theme? I'm going based off the name of the song. Ooh. Sound effects? Uncomfy vibes. Not spooky, but unsettling. This is a weird soundtrack. Weird is cool, but it's weird. Especially seeing this image, right? It makes me think this game is full of adventure. Let me see what it looks like, actually. Look at a screenshot. Oh, right, it's called Loon T's Veil. I forgot about that. PS2. That's creepy. I'm trying to find screenshots, but I can't find any. It's all cover art. Okay, I'm gonna take a guess here. Based on the weird vocal thing going on, this one is a Goshina. Goshina is weird, but it doesn't really sound like Goshina. Let me know if it is what. What is this character? Is it a cat? Oh, it's almost over. I try to find like... What? Someone said something. So it kind of looks like a side scroller? Or maybe there's just segments of side scrolling. I saw like 3 screenshots in a row where they're like side scrollers. It looks... Okay, so just based on these basic screenshots, it looks like a myriad of settings and worlds. Very fantasy, just all over the place. I see her flying on this like bird. It kind of reminds me sort of, I guess the closest thing I can compare it to of what I played would be like Spyro the Dragon. As far as like settings and locales. It looks pretty cool. I actually want to see footage of it. Shall we? Maybe we should. Why not? Why not? As far as that song, that was strange. Weird time signature. I think it changed a couple times. Felt less like a song per se and more of a atmospheric world building. Felt, to me, it sounded more like a cave. But when I think Mirage, I think of the desert. So I don't know. Let's see if I just type in Mirage. Maybe it's the name of a stage. No to. Let's just do gameplay. I want to see what this game looks like. Wow, the game takes 4 hours and 20 minutes. Nice. I'm gonna just browse through this really quick from the channel Game Kai. I'm gonna click a random. There's so many stages. Wait, what? Let's go here. I'm not gonna have I'm not gonna have sound effects playing.
No problem. But how'd you get out the TV?
Oh, so it's like a linear adventure game. Not necessarily side scroller. Oh, kind of. Wow, this immediately reminded me of a really strange game on the PS1 from the same makers of Earthworm Jim. If you guys ever heard of a game called Wild 9, I forgot about that game. I played a demo for it once. It was so weird and very graphic. Like I remember you like used to grapple enemies with this kind of like laser thing and just like throw them into a chipper. I mean, it looks really like, what did I say? Oh, okay. So it's just like a big adventure, grand old time platformer. But this is what I saw reflected in the screenshots. Just a bunch of different colors, different worlds, everything. A maze, labyrinth, inferno. Cool. This game looks hard. Nah, it doesn't. I can handle this. Anyways, that was from the channel Game Kai. So, okay. The music makes a little bit more sense now. I'm not sure where that played, but it was 4 hours. I wasn't gonna sift through it. If I had to guess, desert. But to me, honestly, it sounded more like a cave or some kind of dark passage. Something with like just not so colorful. Maybe nighttime, something like that. But I like the flutes. It made it sound outside a little bit. And I think the soundtrack is just bizarre. Let me know if there's any other composers besides those two. But those two already is just like is a big deal. But one thing I have to ask though, was Klonoa just not a big thing here in the West? Or is it just one of those things where I haven't really heard about it? Because when I see this mascot, it seems like something that maybe was like huge in Japan, but just didn't take off here. That's what it feels like to me. Could be totally wrong on that. But it's got like the formula to me of like a mascot style big character, your Sonic, your Crash, or Mario, etc., etc. So let me know, how big is Klonoa? Also, is that Klonoa? Okay, that was fun. Damn, those were really, really good weird songs. Weird is good though. Thank you so much, Cabe, and thanks to everyone you see on screen. Let me know what's happening in these songs. Oh yeah, sorry. Thanks to everyone you see on screen. I couldn't be without them. My name is Jesse in the auditorium. Take it easy.